After the historic debut of Puerto Rico on the Olympic skateboarding competition, Puerto Rican skateboarders are now asking for a professional practice center to continue developing the sport on the island. Our Christian Ramos has the whole story.
For the first time, skateboarding was included as an official sport at the Olympics, and Puerto Rico had a successful representation, but now our skateboarders need a professional park to practice and continue developing the sport.
This Puerto Rican participation in the Olympics has made now like everyone's wanted to start doing something. We need more facilities to develop the skaters here so they don't move outside and they stay here. And there's a lot of kids nowadays that are catching up in the skateboarding world. And yes, facilities like this one that are made by the skaters, for the skaters since 2012, are where the places that we usually get along and skate and do our thing, right? So what we need is more like solid facilities, like in more here on the metropolitan area of Puerto Rico in the city.
Although there are more than 20 skate parks in the island, none of them comply with the standards of a professional park.
There's a couple skate parks, around 20, 25, but we need something solid now so we can develop it, the higher level and also the up and comings. What will be needed in cost, it will be approximately like 800 or a little bit more than $1 million to do like the street course, like with the standards and measurements, and also the park, the bowl. Those are the two modalities for the Olympics, and this will be good for everyone here in Puerto Rico, like for like the ones that want to do it like a sport, like take it seriously, and also the ones that want only recreation and just have fun.
Until this moment, our professional skateboarders have to go to the U.S. to practice, but they are willing that with the construction of the park, this will change. Reporting from San Juan, Puerto Rico, Christian Ramos.
All right, thanks, Christian. Well, this week, the CDC adds Puerto Rico to the list of places with very high COVID-19 transmission rates and recommends Americans to avoid travel. The CDC elevated the U.S. territories, Puerto Rico, and Guam to level 4, which means there's a very high level of COVID-19, and they recommend people do not travel there. The agency Monday did not explicitly advise Americans to avoid going to Puerto Rico, but noted those who do travel there should make sure they are fully vaccinated. Here's a look at other Caribbean destinations in that level 4 category, considered to have a high level of community transmission. St. Lucia was also added to the CDC's highest warning level this week. Other islands include Aruba, the British Virgin Islands, Curacao, St. Martin, and Dominica. The CDC is advising Americans to avoid heading to these destinations. And the Bahamas is on that list of high transmission because the Caribbean country is seeing staggering coronavirus cases, which are overwhelming the healthcare system. This comes as the Caribbean nation prepares for an important and contentious election season. Our One Caribbean News' Deandra Hamilton reports.
It is a dynamic season in the Bahamas. The healthcare system is collapsing with an overwhelmed morgue, an overburdened hospital system, and a staggering climb in new COVID cases. 328 in 3 days and nearly 20 people dead from the virus. A country which has bid farewell to one of its founding fathers, former Deputy Prime Minister and one of the architects of the Constitution, Arthur Dion Hanna, served as Governor General and died early in August at the age of 93. He was given a state funeral. And the most contested general election in Bahamian history. And on nomination day, it was clear that Bahamians have lost faith in the oldest political engines, the official opposition and the oldest party, Progressive Liberal Party, and incumbent Free National Movement, broadening the options for the 194,000 registered voters.
Time for change, man. We gotta get rid of these parties. But don't exploit the Bahamas. We got enough of them, man. It's time for change. It's time for change that makes sense. Okay? You see what's happening in the hospital? Look at the hospital. Okay? People go in the hospital and die. Why is that? Why are we doing that to our people? It's like if you don't have money, you can't win.
Comments in recent days and following the Parliamentary Registration Department's publication of the financial disclosures of the candidates revealed there are 55 millionaires running in the general election, including the leader of the Free National Movement, leader of the Progressive Liberal Party, leader of the Bahamas Democratic Movement, and leader of the Coalition of Independent Candidates. A $400 deposit and supporters to endorse is what is required on nomination day, which was last Friday. This Friday, advanced voting for uniformed officers and other critical workers added to the list. The elderly and disabled, as public health protocols are top of mind due to COVID-19. Truly, an eventful season in the Bahamas.
And in Jamaica, in an effort to stem the spread of COVID-19, Prime Minister Andrew Holness on Wednesday announced the extension of the No Movement Days for 2 more weeks. Prime Minister Holness said the previously announced No Movement Days have created some positive results. He said that the reproductive rate of the virus has seen a slight drop from 1.4 to 1.1. The Prime Minister said that outside of the No Movement Days, the nightly curfew will begin at 7 p.m. local time and end at 5 a.m. the next day, with an exception on Saturdays when the curfew starts at 6 p.m.
The existing No Movement Days will be continued for another 2 weeks. Therefore, we will be seeing 6 more No Movement Days. And these would be Sunday, September the 5th, Monday, September the 6th, Tuesday, September the 7th, Sunday, September the 12th, Monday, September 13th, and Tuesday, September 14th. The normal curfew hours will be 7 p.m. until 5 a.m. the following morning on Wednesdays to Fridays during this period, and 6 p.m. on Saturdays. To allow persons to prepare for the 3 consecutive No Movement Days. On Friday, September 3, on Friday, September 3, and on Friday, September 10, 2021, workplaces, businesses will be required to close at midday. The list of workplaces and businesses which will not have to close at midday remains the same as the last 2 weeks of No Movement Day.
And the announcement by the Prime Minister comes as the country recorded 351 new cases of COVID-19 and 31 additional deaths on Tuesday, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to over 68,000 and the death toll to 1,549.